नमामि विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम हरे राम।
राम राम हरे हरे.
So in our last session, we saw how Duryodhana he made an observation, and in that observation, he didn't even consider Krishna. So that is the way of materialistic people in general. They make calculations. They eliminate this factor which is known as Deva, Krishna, and they depend upon all these secondary things. Now, in today's verse, let us start and share the Bhagavad Gita. So we'll start with 12th verse. All of you can chant together. Tasya sanjanayam harsham Guru Vardhana Pitamaha
Guruvardhana Pitamaha
Simmanadam Vinaduche Ankham Dadmau Praptavan. Anyone would like to chant the verse?
हाँ, मैं कर सकती हूँ.
हाँ माता जी.
तस्य संजनयं हर्षं कुरु वृद्धः पितामहः सिंहनादं विनद्योच्चैः शङ्खं दद्मौ प्रतापवान्.
Very nice. So translation. Then Bhishma, the great valiant grandsire of Kuru dynasty, the father of the fighters, blew his conch shell very loudly like the sound of a lion, giving Duryodhana joy. So here very nice thing is indicated. Bhishma, he blew his conch shell just like a lion to give joy to the Duryodhana. When lion roars, it goes up to kilometer together. It can be heard the roar of the lion. जो lion का दहाड़ होता है वो कई किलोमीटर तक सुनाई दे सकता है. So same way Bhishma, he blew the conch shell to give Duryodhan joy. Why he want to give Duryodhan joy? Why he was giving Duryodhan joy? That is mentioned in purport very nicely. What it is mentioned, he is indicating that the grandsire of Kuru dynasty could understand the inner meaning of the heart of his grandson Duryodhana, and out of his natural compassion for him, he tried to cheer him by blowing his conch shell very loudly, befitting his position as a lion. So in earlier verse, we read or understood how Duryodhana, he was addressing aparyaptam. Even though what he is saying exactly, he is saying here aparyaptam tad asmakam. Aparyaptam means which is insufficient. Even though Bhishma is there, but his heart has still that soft corner for the Pandavas, and his strength is not sufficient. So that's why he is addressing him as an aparyaptam, insufficiently. To remove this misunderstanding or to give the joy to Duryodhan, Bhishma is telling, no, don't worry, I am with my full vigor, full strength, I am going to fight. He blew the conch shell because he understood what Duryodhana is trying to say. And to cheer him up, don't become despondent. Hitash mat ho, pareshan mat ho, I am with you. Like that we say, no? परेशान होने का जरूरत नहीं है, मैं तुम्हारे साथ हूँ. सेम वे he is encouraging Duryodhan, don't worry, I will fight with full vigor, full potential. I am going to fight. And one more thing, he is trying to convey one message to Duryodhan. What he is telling, he informed his depressed grandson Duryodhan that he had no chance of victory in the battle because Lord Krishna Supreme was on the other side. Dhritarashtra is trying to indicate Duryodhan this point. Don't think you will get a victory. Even though I am there for you, I am there to stake my life for your benefit. But still, don't think you will get victory. So this is one of the indication that he is giving to the Duryodhana, sign of victory. And one more thing, very important thing to understand, that nowadays in general when we see there are a lot of sometime wars and all that happens, various countries they get involved, but the person who is ruling that country is the main person may not come to battlefield, he may not personally be there to fight, whereas all the soldiers are there to lay down their life, they're fighting, right? Whereas in this Mahabharata, in the Vedic time, the spirit of Kshatriya was, they themselves was available to fight. They themselves keep them in the front to fight. Just like Bhishma, he is a Pitama, grandsire. It is mentioned here, Pitamaha. Pitama means he is a grandfather. But still he took in participation in fight. That is the spirit of the Kshatriya. So that spirit, with that spirit, one should do his duty. When that duty is carried on, definitely there will be pious gain, punya he will get. That is the difference between nowadays and the time, ancient time or Vedic time. Now, moving to next verse. Tata shankascha bheryascha panavanaka gomukha tavaiva abhyayanta sa shabdastumlo bhavat. Translation. After that, the conch shell, bugles, trumpets, drums, and horns were all suddenly sounded, and the combined sound was tumultuous. So, very interesting thing here. In a war field, all these bugles, trumpets, drums, and horns, it is a band. If you see, search out, all these are like musical instrument. So why all these musical instruments were sounded? Any guesses? Anyone would like to share why all these musical instruments were sounded? Any guess?
The onset of the war has
To
started.
indicate the beginning, that the war is beginning.
Yes, the beginning of the war.
War is beginning. Okay. Any other point?
Make the people aware, the citizens of the locality aware that the war is starting, and if need be, you may also be required or something of that kind.
So basically,
Maybe Ramkirtan ji, maybe the Kaurav side thought that they are going to win this battle, so they have started celebrating even before the battle has started.
okay. Interesting. Any other point?
The thing is, प्रभु कि जो भी सेना का जोश बढ़ाने के लिए भी.
Oh, very nice. Any other point? Yes. So this Mahabharat Yuddha, it happened 5,000 years back. And nowadays, if some of you have watched any sports or especially cricket, you might be seeing some in somewhere in the stadium in the corner there will be one stage and some cheerful Mataji's ladies will be there to dance, song, and all these things will be there. Why all these things are there? To encourage the cricket team, to encourage the cricketers who are going to play the match, to cheer them. All these things are arranged. Same way, Mahabharat happened 5,000 years back. Even before that, so what lot of wars has happened. It was there in the Vedic tradition to encourage the warriors. There is a proper team or there is a proper group who used to encourage the warriors in the battlefield by various musical instruments. And especially during Mahabharat time, there was a one dedicated team which were blowing all these various instruments to uplift their encouragement, to encourage them. So same way it was done in during Mahabharat time and various other wars in the past. It was tradition during that time. Yes. So we'll move to next verse. Tadha shveter hayeryukte mahati san Sayandane Sistito Madhava Pandavascheva Divya Shanko Pradatmatahu. On the other side, both Lord Krishna and Arjun, stationed on a great chariot drawn by white horses, sounded their transcendental conch shells. This is also very interesting. In the movies, if you see, when some hero or heroine they enter, so how that scene begins is first they show that vehicle. Oh, nice car is coming, long car is coming. They will shoot that, take that scene of the vehicle. Then they will open up a gate, that door. They will shoot that. Next, they will shoot that hero has stepped down. His legs or his foots will be shown. Then gradually they will show the face. So same way here the entry of the hero Arjuna has shown here. How stationed on a great chariot drawn by white horses. First white horses has been shown. Tata Shveter. Shveter means white. Ayer means horse. So white horses has been shown, and after that on that station on that chariot, great chariot, this Lord Krishna and Arjuna, they are seated. And very interesting, one more point here. Krishna has been addressed here as a Madhava. Madhava means wife of Lakshmi, husband of Lakshmi, one whose wife is Lakshmi. And Arjuna is addressed as Pandavas here. So why Krishna has been addressed particularly here as a Madhava? He has been addressed here as a Madhava because to indicate, Sanjay is indicating here that Krishna, who is the husband of Lakshmi, and Lakshmi's another name is Vijaya. There is a Vijaya Lakshmi, Jaya Lakshmi, Dhana Lakshmi. There are different kinds of Lakshmis, right? So one of them is Vijaya Lakshmi. To indicate that because of the presence of Madhava, these Pandavas are going to win the battle. Sanjay is trying to indicate. He's telling because where Madhava is there, where Krishna is there, Jayastu Pandu Putranam Yesham Pakshe Janardhana. Janardhana is another name of Krishna. Here it is mentioned. Where Krishna is there, his wife Lakshmi is there. And where Lakshmi is there, Vijaya Lakshmi is there, Jayas means their victory is there. So here he is indicating the sign of the victory for the Pandavas. is indicating. And another thing, very interesting thing has been pointed out, pointed here is transcendental conchshells. They blew their transcendental conchshells. Divya, transcendental means divya. Their conchshells has been addressed as a divya. Why it is mentioned as a divya? Because Krishna, first of all, he is divya. His conch shell, his paraphernalia is divya. And when he blew that conch shell, that sound is divya. That sound is transcendental. And if you notice one more thing, in among all the warriors in the entire battlefield of Kurukshetra, Krishna was a chariot driver, and none of the chariot driver blew the conch shells. Only the warriors, they blew their conch shells. None of the chariot driver blew the conch shell. So why Krishna blew? Why Krishna blew this conch shell? Any guess? Anyone would like to share why he blew conch shell? None of the great chariot drivers, just like Shalya, he also didn't blew. None of the chariot driver blew, but Krishna blew. Why?
Sir, because Prabhu Krishna ji himself want to war against adharma, and this is the war of dharma against the adharma. That is the reason he started the war.
Yes.
Though he is not working as a war warrior, but he started this, and this is an indication that the war is being started by Krishna.
Okay.
Though he is a driver of a chariot, but definitely this war is against adharma. This is the reason, probably.
Any other?
So Hare Krishna Prabhuji. So I
Yes.
think Krishna wanted to give this indication that he is there on Dharma side, and he wanted to bring joy in the hearts of all the people who were there on this side, Pandava side. That even if Krishna is charioteer, acting as a charioteer, but he's actually starting with this sound, which is Divya sound, so that everybody will get a confidence and will get a joy and will be kind of confident. So I think that was there.
Any other point? Okay. So Krishna, he mentions in Bhagavad Gita, he comes for what reason? He comes for establishing to establish dharma. He appears. And this war, as mentioned, that this war is not ordinary war. ये क्या है? धर्म युद्ध है. This war is dharma युद्ध. So Krishna came to establish the religious principle, and this war is dharma yuddha, and Krishna blew his conch shell. This
Very
war
right,
is
sir.
not ordinary.
Yeah, this war is against adharma. You're right, sir.
Adharma. This war is against dharma, and Krishna came for the purpose of establish religious principles. Sambhavami yuge yuge. I come a millennium after millennium to establish dharma. And for that purpose, Krishna has blown his conch shell. Now, Arjuna conch shell is also addressed as transcendental. Why it is Krishna? Okay, we understood he is supreme personality of Godhead. His conch shell is transcendental. How come Arjuna's conch shell is transcendental? Any guess? So Arjuna's conch shell is also addressed as transcendental because Prabhupada mentions, just like fire is there, fire can be mixed with another fire. or water can be mixed with water. Same way, Krishna is pure, he is transcendental, he is Divya. This Arjuna is also transcendental, he is also Divya, he is associate of the Lord. He is a pure, Parama, Shuddha, Pavitram. So Arjuna is also pure. When he associate with Krishna, Arjuna is also pure. He has that qualification. That's why he is able to associate with Krishna. Because Arjuna has such qualification, he is able to associate. So Arjuna is also addressed as transcendental. And Arjuna's conch shell, his bow, Gandiva, are also transcendental. And one more very nice, interesting point has been made here is, on a great chariot they came. And what was that chariot? That chariot was donated by Agni. That chariot was given by Agni. So why it is mentioned as a great chariot? Just like fire spreads all the directions. It's not unidirectional. Not like in single direction fire spreads. It spreads all the direction. Omnidirectional it is. Always, all directions it will spread. So same way, Arjuna can conquer all the directions. All the sides he can conquer. He can win. And what is this chariot? This chariot was given by Agni. How it was given? Why it was given? Once there was a king known as Shvetaki king. He was a Kshatriya, and just like there are great Kshatriyas like Shibi Maharaj, who was very inclined to give charity. Same way, this king was having great inclination to perform sacrifices, to perform yajna. That was his inclination. So he performed lot of yajnas, hundreds of yajnas, one after another. So with performing so many such yajnas, Brahmanas, they become very tired. So much yajna is happening. All their face is full dark. It has become because of smoke. And all the Brahmanas, they left them. Then again he got a desire to perform 100 years yajna. So when he got that desire to perform 100 years yajna, he approached the Brahmanas, various Rishi Munis. He asked, can you please perform a yajna for me? These Rishi Munis, they are addressing this king as you are very impatient. You are very impatient. We cannot perform yajna for you. Now please, you approach Lord Shiva. He is Ashutosha. He very easily he gets satisfied. He will perform yajna for you. So this king, he performs austerity for 6 months. And Lord Shiva, he appears. He gives a benediction. In a benediction, he wants, please perform, I want to perform 100 years yajna. Please do the same. So Lord Shiva, he agrees. He tells, do one thing. For next 12 years, first of all, you have to observe celibacy. You have to practice brahmacharya for next 12 years. And after that, or during those 12 years, keep pouring ghee into the yajna, sacrifice. That yajna, you keep pouring ghee into that fire sacrifice. And after that, I will send my partial incarnation Dhruvasa Muni to you to conduct this yajna. He agrees, he goes and conduct the yajna as mentioned by Lord Shiva. So what happened for such a long period of time, length of time, he keep pouring ghee into the yajna. Fire god, Agni Dev, he got disturbed. His digestion got disturbed. Now, what happened after that? No more yajnas are happening. Because Agni is not able to, it became fade, it became pale, Agni Dev became pale. So in fire sacrifice, there is no fire, hardly there is a fire. So all the rishis, they approached Brahma. Now what is the solution? Then Brahma says to Agni, there is a so and so forest known as Khandava forest. You go there and you eat that forest. But that forest was personally protected by Indra. Why? Because Indra is the friend of Takshaka. Takshaka, there is a snake, Naga, who is the friend of Indra. So Indra was personally protecting because Takshaka was residing there with his wife and one child. So he was protecting. As soon as Agni tries, this Indra, he with a lot of rain, he destroys that fire. So Agni became very helpless. So during that time, Arjuna and Krishna, they went to Yamuna, and Agni approached them as a Brahmana, and in a charity, he asked this, I want to eat this forest. To fulfill the desire as a Kshatriya, his duty, dharma is to satisfy the Brahmana. So he satisfied Agni Dev, he protected that forest so that Indra cannot enter. Indra cannot further send the rain there. So he protected the forest, and Agni Dev, he burnt the entire forest, eat away the entire forest. So all the herbs and everything satisfied him, and he became normal. He became healthy. And when he became healthy, he pleased with Arjuna. He gave him the chariot which is known as this great chariot given by Agni Dev. So that's how he got the chariot. So now moving to next verse 15. Panchajanyam Rishikesho Devadattam Dhananjaya Pondram Dadamau Mahashankam Bhima Karma Prakodaraha. Then Lord Krishna blew his conch shell called Panchajanya. Arjuna blew the Devadatta, and the Bhima, the audacious rhetor and the performer of Herculean tasks, blew his terrific conch shell called Pondram. So here, very interesting thing is, Krishna, previous verse he was addressed as a Madhava. Now here he has been addressed as a Rishikesha. Rishikesho. Rishikesho means who is the owner of the senses, who is the controller and owner of the senses. All of us has the senses, various senses. Eyes are there, nose is there to smell, tongue is there to taste, ears are there to hear. All these senses are controlled by the Lord, who is the master of the senses, known as Rishikesha, Krishna. And this Krishna is situated in our heart as a Paramatma to guide us. To guide us. He is situated as our heart as a Paramatma. So this Rishikesha, Paramatma Krishna, is going to guide Dhananjaya, Arjuna. And because of this Rishikesha, Krishna, who is situated as a Paramatma in our heart, he is also allowing us to enjoy the senses. Allowing us in the sense, he is giving that power, ability to us to enjoy the senses. Otherwise, we cannot enjoy the senses. Just like, for an example, you join some company gives you the authority, the right to sign the checks. Without that authority or this thing, you cannot withdraw money. So same way, Krishna is giving that power, that ability, we are able to enjoy that senses. Without his empowerment or his energy, we cannot even enjoy our senses. to enjoy our senses, we need even Krishna's blessings. As a Rishikesha, he is there to guide us, he is there to allow us to enjoy the senses. Right? And Krishna has various such names, just like Madhusudana, because he killed, there is a demon known as Madhu. He killed the demon named Madhu. Govinda, because he gives pleasure to the cows and to the senses. Vasudev, because he is appeared as a son of Vasudev. Devkinandan, son of Devki. Yashodanandan, son of Yashoda. Parthasathi, because he is a Sathi, is a chariot driver of Arjuna. So different names are given to Krishna. Why? Because of his activity or based on his relationship with the devotees. Krishna has so many such names, and out of all these names, Krishna name is most suitable. Why? Because Krishna means Sarva Akarshaki iti Krishna. Sarva Akarshan. Akarshan means attraction. He is all attractive. He is attracting everyone. He is attracting everything. That's why this name is the most suitable name among all the names of Krishna. And Arjuna, he has been addressed as a Dhananjaya. Why he has been addressed as a Dhananjaya? Because Krishna, with the help of Krishna, Arjuna, he got lot of wealth to establish Indraprastha, to perform Rasvi Yagya. He got a lot of wealth with the help of Krishna. That's why Arjuna got his name as a Dhananjaya. And Bhim has been addressed as Prakodara. Prakodara means he who eats voraciously, and he also performs Herculean tasks. Just like he killed demon named as Hidimba. So all of them, they blew their conch shells. And Krishna was present there, so it is evident that they are going to win. Moving to next verse. Ananta Vijayam Raja Kunti Putro Yudhishthara Nukula Sahadevascha Sugosha Mani Pushpako Kashiyascha Parmeshwa Asha Shikhandi cha Maharatha Drushtadimno Viratascha Satyakischa Parajita Drupado Draupadayascha Sarvasha Prithvipate Subhadrascha Mahabahu Shankhan Dadmuhu Prathak Prathak. So here King Yudhishthira, translation, King Yudhishthira, the son of Kunti, blew his conch shell, the Anta Vijaya, and the Nakula and Sahadev blew the Sughosha and Mani Pushpaka. The great archer, the king of Kashi, the great fighter Shikhandi, Drishtadyumna, Virata, and the unconquerable Satyaki, Draupada, son of Draupadi, and others of king, such as son of Subhadra, greatly armed, all blew their respective conch shells. So everyone started blowing their conch shells. So here, Sanjaya is indicating to Dhritarashtra. What he is trying to indicate is indicating that all these great warriors are have been assembled on the battlefield of Kurukshetra. For what purpose? To lay down their lives. They lay down their lives, and all this catastrophe is because of your support to your son known as Duryodhana. So what he is telling, Sanjaya informed King Dhritarashtra very tactfully that his unwise policy of deceiving the son of Pandu and endeavoring to enthrone his own sons on the seat of the kingdom was not very laudable. The signs already clearly indicated that the whole Kuru dynasty would be killed in that great battle, beginning with the grandsire Bhishma down to the grandson like Abhimanyu, son of Subhadra, and others including kings from many states of the world. All were present there and all were doomed. The whole catastrophe was due to King Dhritarashtra because he encouraged the policy followed by his sons. When this Duryodhana was born, Vidura told Dhritarashtra, "Get rid of this son. This son is not going to help you. This son is even will bring, विनाश. ये जो सन है तुम्हारा जो बेटा पैदा हुआ है, it will bring the destruction. So get rid of this son." Dhritarashtra, out of attachment for his son, he didn't listen to Vidura's advice, and eventually he became so blind in the love for his son, attachment towards his son, that he even don't care for this war. He encouraged all the various tactics, policies of Duryodhana, and which led to this great war. So similar way, what happened in our life when we develop such attachments towards various objects, various senses, it brings the destruction. At the later stage of Bhagavad Gita, we'll see how Krishna says this enjoyment of the senses is like a nectar in the beginning and poison in the end. The same way, what happens when we get attached to such sense enjoyments? It destroys our ability to make spiritual progress. There are various such examples in the history. There are various such pastimes. How sense enjoyment led to fall down. How attachment to the senses led to fall down. Now moving to next verse. Sagosho Dhritarashtanam Hirdayani Vayadrayata Nabhascha Prithvim Cheva Tumalo Abhayanudadayan. So, translation: the blowing of these different conch shells became uproarious, and thus vibrating both in the sky and on the earth, it shattered the hearts of the sons of Dhritarashtra. So how this thing can be mentioned by Sanjaya? He is telling the hearts of Dhritarashtra is shattered. How he can make out this thing? Anyone would like to share how he was able to make out this thing? So, as mentioned earlier, when Sanjaya was blessed with the divine vision, he was not only able to see the entire battlefield, nook and corner of the battlefield. He was also able to hear what is happening in the entire field. And third thing was, he was able to understand the intention of each and every one. So, when all these conch shells was blown by Krishna, Arjuna, Bhima, Yudhishthira, Nukula, Sahadev, Abhimanyu, Drupada, and all the warriors, the hearts of son of Dhritarashtra was shattered, and Sanjaya was able to understand this. So here one more thing is very important to to understand is these Pandavas, they had such a great confidence because of the presence of Krishna. Only and only because of the presence of Krishna, they had such a confidence. And they were able to blew their conch shell with full confidence. Whereas Duryodhana, even though he had best of the armies, his army size was 11 Akshayani Sena, whereas Pandava's army size was 7 Akshayani Sena. Still, his heart got shattered because the confidence the devotees, Pandavas, they put in Krishna, it was unsurmountable. It even break their heart of Duryodhana. So when somebody he takes a shelter of Krishna, he gets such a power that his confidence goes to another level. His confidence goes to another level. Ahituki apratihata. He becomes fearless. His path becomes fearless. And one of the principle of bhakti is what? Avashya rakshibe Krishna iti vishwasa palana. Krishna will always protect me. That is one of the principle. And there is one more saying. Rakhe Krishna mare Krishna rakhe ke. If Krishna wants to protect, nobody can kill us. If Krishna wants to kill, nobody can give protection to us. When we have such confidence, nothing can happen to us. We will all do our duty best of our capacity. So same way, because they had taken shelter, one who has taken shelter of Supreme Lord has nothing to fear even in the midst of the greatest calamity. There is nothing to worry. There is nothing to fear. That Pandavas, they have shown with their own example. We should learn from this portion of Bhagavad Gita how to develop our surrenderance to the Lord. Should be able to take shelter of His lotus feet. When we have such shelter, we are always protected. We are always protected. So with this, we end for today. Anyone has any question or anything to share?
Prabhuji, there is one instance where Lord Krishna is being addressed as Janardhan. Can you just emphasize this point? Why is being now be referred as Janardhan in the mid of this shloka?
Okay, this is Yesham Pakshe Janardana. This one. Here it is. This one. This one, right?
Prabhuji.
Yes. So Krishna, his another name is Janardana. Janardana means the one who is the protector or who is the well-wisher of this. Jana means citizens in general. The one who is a protector or well-wisher of the people or citizens or devotees. That's why Krishna has got his name Janardana. So this exactly means Jayas to Pandu Putra Nam Yesham Pakshe Janardana. Wherever this Janardana is there, that Paksha, that side is going to attain Jayas. Jayas means Vijaya, victory. Right? So that is because Krishna is the well-wisher of his devotees, he is a well-wisher of people in general, or who is the protector of all living beings. You can say he is the protector of all. Janardana. Jana means again that people or living entities. Who is the protector of living entities? Whoever side that Lord is there, he is going to attain the victory.
Prabhuji, this brings to another question here.
Hmm.
Then, in some another name of Krishna is Narayana. So, is
Hmm.
not Narayana, and how is Narayana and Janardhan different then?
How Narayan is different or Janardana is different?
Yes, because for me the understanding is Narayana means one who serves the Nar. And Nar means the humanity here. That is my understanding. So maybe it's correct, incorrect also.
Narayana basically is the one who Nar plus Ayana.
Yes.
Narayana, right?
Yes.
So Nara
Yes.
means he is the supreme person. Narayana, he is the supreme foundation of all the person. He is the origin of all the persons. He is known as Narayana. That is the yes.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yeah, I have read that Narayana, the meaning of Narayana is because the Lord is the resting place of all living entities after the dissolution of the universe. He is called Narayan.
Yes, that is also there because Yana, Nar plus Yana, Narayana. Yana means also known as vehicle or this vessel. So all the living entities after dissolution, after Pralaya, they take shelter of this Narayana, Supreme Lord. So that's why he is also known as Narayana, correct? This is also there. And he is the foundation. Basically, foundation is what? Which gives support to us. Which gives support. Suppose there is a foundation to this building. Means what? It is supporting this building. The same way, the person who is supporting all the living entities is also known as Narayana. Or again, that same Mataji has shared that vehicle or who gives after dissolution, who restrains, because all the living entities after dissolution enters into the body of Narayana, and they are there for some time, and once again creation has happened, they enter into the creation. All the living entities enter into the creation and go through the cycle of birth and death. And some living entities who has attained liberation or who has attained that perfection of their life, they go back to Vaikuntha or Goloka Vrindavan. Hope you got the understanding the difference between Janardana and Narayana.
Prabhuji, Hare Krishna, it's much better than my understanding. Thanks for
Yes.
clarification. It has given me a lot of things now. Now, if there is a dissolution, that means the body enters into Vaikuntha. Basis of your karmic reaction or your devotion, whatever you say, you fall down to the lower lokas or you go into the higher lokas. So in
Yes.
that sense, it's another gati also then.
In that sense?
It's a gati also.
Yes.
I mean, so that answers a lot of many things in single go. So thanks for very much.
Yes. So Janardana is basically the one who protects the living entities or who is the sustainer of all the living entities. That is Janardana. Narayana means who is like a foundation person for all the living entities. That is Narayana. So any other question? Anything else? So I think we are good for today. Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki, Srila Prabhupada ki.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu, Hare Krishna.